Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for joining me for a Sportlots box reveal episode here on the channel. Gonna look at about a half dozen or so packages that came in as part of my recent Sportlots box, or there may even be more than that as I say it. But what this is, if you don't shop on Sportlots, when you buy cards on the site, you have two options for shipping. There's usually an option, traditional shipping right to your door. And then there's a box shipping option, which is oftentimes quite a bit cheaper. And if you choose the box, the seller of the card actually mails it into Sportlots and they hang on to it for you in a USPS priority box and basically keep track of the weight of the box as you get more orders sent to it and update your cost of what it will cost to ship the box home to you based on its weight. And then whenever you're ready, you pull the trigger and they mail you the cards. And in this case, man, I haven't had my box from Sportlots shipped to me in probably, I think it was last August. So about 10 months worth of cheap pickups here. I think I had 30 or 40 total orders in the overall box. This first one features a chunk of cards. Most of these are going to be singles. This one I am so happy about. I believe these are the final couple dozen cards that I need to complete my top Stadium Club set from the year 2015. And this one in particular, which I believe is card number 1, Fernando Valenzuela. That is just an amazing card. I can't believe I never tracked this down for years. I picked up a lot of this stuff at retail back in 2015 when you could actually buy product at retail easily, and built a majority of the set. And then I kind of moved on to other things, got distracted, and recently decided to kind of hone in and try to put this one to bed. So I really love the Stadium Club line every year. Here's a nice Miggy. Realized I had just a couple dozen cards to go, hit Sportlots, and I found this one seller who had just about everything I needed. There's a nice Yasiel Puig card. Love that sunset. And every one of these was available for the site minimum 18 cents per card. Beautiful John Olerud. Loved him as a kid. Torrey Hunter. So I grabbed everything I needed, and I'll sort these away after the video, but I think this puts to bed 2015 Stadium Club. So I've kind of gotten out of being a set collector over the years, and I gravitate more towards singles of star players these days, but I do want to go back and try to knock out some of these that sort of got neglected or lost to time and either complete them or move on. And in this case, decided to complete it, and that should do the trick on that. So yeah, 18 cents a card. And to give you an example of why the Sportlots box is effective, those came to like $3 and change, and then it was just 50 cents to have those shipped to the box. Versus, $4 to have them shipped to my door. So not going to complain about that. Next up, we have a single card here. And I mean, these can literally just arrive in the box in like a top loader with an order number and a username notated on them. But this is a card I've shown many times on the channel. It is Juan Soto's very first Stadium Club card. It's just a base card, but this was available for like $1 or $2. And I'm just a big believer in this card. I have quite a few different iterations of it, the sepia, the chrome, the red foil, etc. But always on the lookout for another one of those. And I was grabbing some Stadium Club anyway, as we saw, so I decided to throw that one in. Here's another single. This one is the recently eliminated from the NHL playoffs, Artemi Panarin of the New York Rangers from Upper Deck Allure. And this is the NHL Shield parallel. So this is not like a crazy card or anything like that. I just love the shiny Allure parallels, and I am a fan of Panarin as a player. I think even though he started a little bit late age-wise in the NHL, he has really been impressive during his stints with a few different franchises now. And that one was amazingly enough also available at like 18 cents. So really can't go wrong there. Next up, I got a small bundle. Looks like maybe 3 or maybe 4 cards here that are all top loaded, and then the seller just taped them together. So let me just undo this quickly. Definitely recognize the one on the back here as a card that I was just picking up any copies I could find that were under $2. So we'll start with those. It's the Juan Soto Topps Chrome Future Stars from 2019 Topps Chrome. Don't mind the scuffed up top loader. This is quite a beautiful card. And here's a second copy of it. As I said, was kind of scooping up any of these that were available for like $1.50. I know they printed a ton of these and it's not really worth anything as far as monetary value, but I just love this design. Big fan of the Future Stars logo, and I'm trying to make an entire page of these in my Juan Soto Z folio. So grab those on the cheap. To go with them, actually have a basketball card here. This is pretty amazing. Don't see that all that often on the channel, but I love these Prism retired player basketball cards, especially these ice parallels. So this is a nice Patrick Ewing red ice. And look at that etching, just beautiful. Love that one, and that's going right into my small collection of these that I have in a Z folio on my shelf here in my hobby room. That houses pretty much the extent of my pretty sad basketball collection. And then the fourth and final card from that same seller is probably the one I'm most excited about actually out of all four. I had completely forgotten I'd picked this up, but got this for like only $1 or $2. A 2018 Adrian Beltray Topps Chrome Purple Refractor. So I've shown a lot of the 2018 set recently, Mike Trout's mainly, but love the design that year in the rookie class, and love Adrian Beltray, future Hall of Famer for sure. And this one is numbered out of 299. So beautiful purple Topps Chrome Refractor there. And as you know from watching my channel in the past, I'm just a complete and total sucker for Topps Chrome colored refractors of star players, so that's awesome. Next up, I have a cardboard wrapped single card here, so let me see if I can get this out of here without damaging it. It's interesting, every seller takes a different, unique approach to shipping to the Sportlots box. Your results may vary, but you save a ton of money if you're willing to be patient and you don't need your cards right away. And in the end, I've never been burned by it or really had a bad experience at all. So I'm a big fan of the box from Sportlots. And this is a single of Rafi Devers, who's having an amazing season. This was, I think, maybe the most recent card to go into the box before I requested shipment. It's from the Bowman Chrome, like the mega boxes, and it has that crazy background shine. A pre-rookie card. This one came in 2017. Let me get it out of this dingy top loader here, but this is a 2017 Devers card, and I got this for I think $2.45 a few weeks back. So I thought that was a nice addition to the Devers PC, which I'm always looking to, to expand without breaking the bank, and didn't happen to have a copy of that one, so that worked out nicely. Just two more orders here. We got an envelope next. This one comes from Hatboro, Pennsylvania. Feels pretty thin, so it is likely a single card or maybe just a pair of cards. Bear with me, it's taped up fairly well here by the seller. All right, so this is, yes, just a single card, and got this for 50 cents. Cost of the card plus another 50 cents in shipping, so $1 total to the box. It's a card that I've actually shown on the channel before, but another one that I was just kind of scooping up multiple versions of. It's the Juan Soto Stadium Club Chrome card from last year. So this is not the 1991 variation. This is just the base common card, but for 50 cents, Chromium Stadium Club Soto to go right into his Player Z folio. I'm going to snatch those up all day long. He's starting to heat up a little bit. I feel bad. The guy has no protection in the lineup with Washington, so he draws a lot of walks. But he does have 13 home runs already at the time that I'm filming this video, and has kind of started to turn it on the last couple weeks. Here's an interesting approach, and just kind of show you what I mean about the variety. Inside the envelope, this particular seller included a smaller envelope, which then contained the card and the invoice. So pretty cool. And you know what? This is a great one to finish on. Most of my Sportlots pickups, as we've seen in this video, range from the site minimum 18 cents, maybe up to $2, $3. This card is actually one that I ponied up $10 for, and I'm so excited to get it. And the timing is perfect here on the cusp of the Stanley Cup Finals. I've talked about this set before, and that is the lone Panini Prism hockey release that came out back in 2013 when Panini had a license to produce NHL trading cards. I've shown a lot of the base cards and parallels from the set, but I haven't talked about a really nice insert set that Panini produced for that product called Immortalized. And the cards feature the athlete next to the greatest trophy in sports, the Stanley Cup. And what's amazing about it is they feature the etching that we've all come to know and love from Panini. So without further ado, have a really big one here that I picked up. Really happy to get this for just $10. I think this is a sneaky good card, Mr. Gordie Howe. And check out that shine. I mean, these inserts are amazing. In addition to the etched Stanley Cup and athlete in question, they're also die cut. So these are just insane. Would love to complete the entire set of these in Prism format like this. So they do make base versions of this insert that don't have the shine. They're just the chromium stock, like a normal standard Prism card. This one here is the Prism, which I know is unfortunate terminology, but it's essentially like the silver Prism or Refractor in the world of Topps. And it has, again, that just amazing etching. Look at that through the Red Wings uniform into the cup. I mean, the individual names on the Stanley Cup are etched. Just amazing. I am so glad I grabbed this for just $10. I think that's a bargain. And this one's going directly into a one-touch top 10 player in the history of the game, Mr. Gordie Howe. And that's going to be a wrap on today's Sport Lot box installment. So there's a little bit of a peek of what I've been picking up over the last 10 months or so on Sportlots on the cheap. Really appreciate you stopping by to check out these pickups with me. And I will certainly be back in the very near future with some more sports card content. Until then, enjoy the hobby and take care.